Let's find the length of side x. The side that we're looking for is opposite the given angle, and the given length is the hypotenuse. We'll use the trig function that relates these three values. In this case, that's sine theta. This is the angle we want here, and we have opposite and hypotenuse. And as we know, because of SOHCAHTOA, sine opposite hypotenuse, so we have sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse, and that is how we will solve for x. Alright, since we know that sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse, and we're looking for opposite, here x is the opposite side from the angle, so we solve this equation for opposite, so which means that we multiply both sides by the hypotenuse, bringing the hypotenuse over to this side here, like that. So we have opposite equals hypotenuse times sine theta. Then we plug in the information we have. So our hypotenuse is 7.0, and we know that our angle here is 30 degrees, so we put in 30. We put that in our calculator, and we find that sine of 30 degrees is 0.5. Multiply that by 7, and we get x equals 3.5. Now let's find the length of side x in this case. The side that we're looking for is adjacent to the given angle, and the given length is the hypotenuse. We'll use the trig function that relates these three values. That would be cosine. Using our mnemonic device, SOHCAHTOA, we know that CAH, the middle part, is cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And that is what we have here, the adjacent side and the hypotenuse. So we will use cosine theta. All right, we have cosine theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. What we're solving for is x, which is the adjacent side. So we're going to solve this equation for this part here, adjacent. So we'll multiply both sides by hypotenuse. We get adjacent equals hypotenuse times cosine theta. So let's plug in our numbers. The hypotenuse is 9.0, and the angle here is 25 degrees, so we'll plug in 25 degrees for theta. We use a calculator. We see that cosine 25 degrees is 0.91. Multiply that by 9.0, and we get x equals 8.2. Now let's find the length of side x in this case. The side that we're looking for is opposite the given angle, and the given length is adjacent the given angle. We'll use the trig function that relates these three values. All right, so when we're dealing with opposite and adjacent, that's tan. Using our mnemonic device, SOHCAHTOA, we can use the TOA portion, which is tangent is opposite over adjacent. All right, so we have the ratio here, tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. And in this case, we are looking for the opposite side, that is x. So we'll solve this for opposite. Multiply both sides of the equation by adjacent. Cancels out on this side. It moves to the other side. We have opposite equals adjacent times tan theta. We'll input the data that we do have. So we know that this length here, the adjacent length, is 9.0. So we'll replace adjacent with 9.0, and we know the angle is 50 degrees, so we'll put that in for theta. Use a calculator. We see that tangent of 50 degrees is 1.2. Multiply that by 9.0, and we get x equals 10.8.